heat wave straight out of hell. Burn! Burn! COVID-19! 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 I blow! The wind of God! Get up! I heard the Lord say this to me several weeks ago. Kenneth, what? You believe me for a heat wave. I walked out in my backyard. I speak to this atmosphere. I call for a strong south wind. I call for a supernatural heat wave straight out of hell. Burn! Burn! COVID-19! 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 Blow! The wind of God! Hey, in May, it hit triple digits. Hey, in May, a supernatural heat wave. Hey, in May, a supernatural heat wave straight out of hell. Burn! Burn! Oh, I'm telling you, it gets hot down there. It did have a hot down there, man. Turn the air conditioner. It gets hot down there. Hot fire. Man, it's hot. Oh, Lord. My goodness, it's hot.
You must unite what is inside us.
We are TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
Wake up! It is Tuesday, my dudes.
Sorry, I was buying time, and I just don't think I bought enough. Nope. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Ironworx. Josh, Walt, and Zach hanging out with you right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Glad to be with you this morning. It's kind of touch and go there for a second. Weren't entirely sure what we were going to do this morning.
Yeah. But we're here.
We are here. Glad to be with you.
We are here. Apparently, Angela Baby Carson did not get a nap. Sorry to hear that. I feel your pain.
Makes for a long morning if you got to stay up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Said she was canning fruit today. Yeah, that does take some time. I like doing pickles. They're easy. Oh, bad. I'm sorry, folks. That was bad. It was like less than 4 hours ago, and I fell asleep. That'll be all right, though.
Yeah.
Oh, sure,
pour
you got
coffee on it. Sir?
I don't think we played it all this weekend, Walter.
No, I don't think we did we?
I didn't see you on at all. He was a busy bee.
Yeah, just stuff around the house, and my old guitar needed some attention, so I was trying to figure out how to get the case in enough shape to carry it around. It was literally falling apart. I had to jury rig it with some screws. Anyway, and took it to the guitar center to let them play with it, see what happens, get it back on its feet. It's definitely needing some attention. But yeah, just I don't know. We just chilled around the house. Didn't really do much. I think it was the whole, just everything was off for the 4-day weekend to us all doing a show early Saturday. Amazing, awesome first rock band over there with Truther, Hour of Comedy.
Yeah,
with our good buddy Mike, the meme lord himself. It was great. And a panel full of legends. My gosh. I'm going to miss people if I start trying to name them on my notes. So I'll probably not do that right now until I get more coffee in my head. But anyway, between the long weekend and the strange schedule, and yeah, and then there was talk of a game happening at some point yesterday, and then that never happened, and just didn't play much. So spent some time just hanging with Shell.
Yeah, we picked up one of Jaren's buddies from Colorado. He's coming out to stay for like a month, I think.
Dang.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's been fun. I love having, the young guy. Jaren's he's bouncing now around everywhere.
Right. That's awesome.
And we did the grocery store trip and all that. I love doing that kind of stuff. It's fun. Oh, but they're having a good time. I think they're still up. They both have that schedule. It's just like, I don't know. I never had that when I was younger because we were always awake in the daytime. We didn't have the internet. The only thing on at night was real crappy TV usually. So, I mean, we found stuff to do, and I definitely had my all-nighters, but, I mean, their, schedule is night owls for sure. And I didn't see a whole lot of that when I was growing up.
Huh. That was my schedule growing up. Was night owl. I mean, it was just who I was growing up, not just during school, but even as a kid. Of course, it's my mom's fault waking me up at, midnight to go watch some scary movie with her or whatever. Late nightness from everybody in my family. We've just always been those people. So, and Shell being the exact opposite, very morning oriented and early to bed. So we usually meet somewhere in the middle.
Oh man! So how was your weekend, Josh?
It was relatively quiet.
You're the only veteran on the panel, I believe.
I'm sorry. Which panel?
I said you're the only at this panel. You're the only person who served in the military.
It took me a minute too, Josh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right. It took me a minute.
Now I
too,
see. Now I see. It was a relatively quiet weekend. Got the grass cut, which took just longer than it was supposed to. Just because we were supposed to have a borrowed rider end up over here, but we didn't end up getting it. So it was sort of cut a little bit and procrastinate waiting for the rider to get here. And now it's not going to be here till this week. So we just sort of had to finish it off. So it took 3 days. It should have been only 5 or 6 hours with the push mower. It took 3 days, but we got her done. I played a little bit, not a whole lot. I think Dixie was just feeling a little depressed, a little lonely. I think a lot of her friends had gone out of town and was just kind of stuck here with me, and I was in here a lot of last week playing, and she was feeling a little bit like an afterthought. So I wanted to spend some time this weekend and make sure she did not feel like an afterthought. I'm not sure if I accomplished it or not, but
we don't want that for sure. For sure.
It's all about that balance.
Yeah. That's kind of what I did, I guess, really, this weekend as well, was balancing my time spent away being here with her. So apparently it was that weekend. It was meant to be. Shout! I just saw something in chat. I have to comment on. I was not actually familiar with Jack Pearson fully there, Mr. Klotz, Robert Klotz there in chat. After I found him and clicked on his link. I do remember seeing his videos going around on YouTube and have watched him numerous times, but the name just did not ring immediately. And yes, that would be great if I sounded similar to him and was mistaken for him in guitar rather than voice. I'll have to go check him out in a minute after we get off. I appreciate it. It was a very guitar-oriented weekend for me as well, so I was doing a lot of guitar stuff, just moving around stuff, getting pedals up to speed, just playing around. Getting my other guitar to the shop. Go ahead.
I did a lot of spiritual work this weekend. Just had a small list of people that could use some good vibes. And I sat here and faced in their directions and just focused my intent and my energy. And I think we are so powerful. I really do. Like beyond anything we can even imagine. In this unseen existence that's happening all around us and what could be there. And I don't know, but yeah, I think we have some really special gifts here that we've been just stripped of. We can do it. We just don't realize it. Yeah, I think health is so, it's almost like a choice. Cammie and I were talking about this a lot this weekend. I was telling her, well, when I die, I know what's going to happen. I've been putting it out there for over a decade now. And, I'll know. I say 120, but I might get tired before that. But I'm not going to die of a disease or this or that or anything like that. I'm going to go and sit down and tell my body thanks and go to sleep. And it's just going to, that'll be it. But I think it's people who have it in their mind that they're going to die of some horrible disease laying in the bed, It's like we create that by thinking that at a young age and constantly thinking that our whole lives we make stuff happen in this place just by, it's more than thinking it though. It's almost like it somehow. But you have to choose what you know. It's not just given to us and this is how it is. We choose it. And I don't know, man. It's weird how easy it is to get what you want when you just, I don't know how to say it, make it happen. I don't know how to say it. I've been really playing with it, not playing, but practicing, I'll say. And yeah, I think we can do some amazing things, especially in groups, with healing others and just sending out good frequencies and vibrations, all this stuff. Oh man, I don't know. I'm thinking a lot about magnetism lately. Cammie and I are going to do a show on Glowbuster Tech Wednesday. And we're going to really get into magnetics and stuff. Yeah, there's just so much out there that we want to get out of her brain. And yeah, it's been having me think a lot lately about this other world, this unseen existence, and how it all works and how it's all connected and how we can, not just manipulate it a little bit, but I think we have so much more influence on the outcome than we actually believe we do. And it's that whole thing. It's a belief. Our limitations are because we don't believe we can do these things. You have to know. And it's weird. It really, I don't know how else to say it. All right, I'm done rambling about it. Any thoughts on that, gentlemen?
That was good stuff, brother. That might be what was tapping into all of us this weekend, was just that energy. I know we kind of touched on astrology a bit on the show over there on the THC channel. And some on our show Friday there with James. And it just seems to be something that keeps coming back up, our connection to, the sky, the clock, the world, the energy, the magnetism, whatever you want to call it, key, whatever. Their energy is definitely accessible, tappable. We can connect, we can manipulate it, we can play with it. And at times we spend it foolishly and have to recover it, I guess, regenerate, recharge. Maybe that's what most of us were doing this weekend. I don't know. It just definitely seems like, just kind of reconnecting. I went walking a lot more after I said that on the show Friday, or maybe that was the show Saturday, about not walking as much, but really wanting to get back into it. I probably walked 3 miles yesterday. Just took off, headed out, went down the back roads towards the levee and stuff. So yeah, it's just something needed, apparently. Maybe the earth's talking to us, maybe that other realm is talking to us, maybe it's just ourselves telling us what we need, We've been connecting with a lot of great, beautiful souls here lately. And I think we've created like this field of just energy, and we're trying to figure it out, manipulate it, work with it. I don't know. But it's been a strange weekend energetically, for damn sure, for everybody.
Well, yeah, Wednesday kind of did it to me. I didn't talk about it on the show Friday, but that cat I asked you all, the neighbor's cat, he didn't do so hot and got worse. And Wednesday we had to put him down. And that really, it did a number on me, man. I don't know. It wasn't even my cat, I didn't spend a whole lot of time with this cat, but something about him, it was so weird when he put the needle in and everything, the doc did. I was sitting there holding him, and he was real weak. But he just turned his head and stared right at his eyes, got real big, and he just looked like into my soul, like he stared right into my eyes, and then just laid his head down. And I don't know, man. I don't know. There was like energy there when he looked at me. There was this weird interaction that took place there, and I don't know. It like changes you. Every little thing like that can change you a little bit. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's you just grow a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But it's been a very spiritual week. I don't even think I talked to my mom last week. I called her yesterday just to talk a little bit, but yeah, last week I told her I was just not in a real talkative mood last week. I don't know. A lot of looking within.
Big shout out to Opportunity out there in chat. Well, coming in for the first time, listening in. Just wandered in out of nowhere. Welcome. Glad to have you. You never know what kind of show you're going to tune into when you tune into the Ironworks. It tends to vary.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, look, PSTD Joe. I can't say words. Never mind. What's up, Joe? I see you there in chat.
Definitely. Good morning, Joe.
And other folks too. I've tried to type and just lost the thread. It's just been, again, really strange, out of sorts. I went out last night and tried to see the event of the decade, century, lifetime storm of, falling sky. And it was a bust. I saw a few streaks, and that was about it. It definitely wasn't a meteor shower, let alone a meteor storm to in the history books or anything with. And they knew it may not be. It was all a 50-50 or even different. I don't know the odds, but it could have been that or it could have been a bust, depending on, gravity, probably. But whatever. I'm sure there's some reason it didn't happen. They'll explain it away tomorrow, today, whatever that is. But yeah, I did find a new channel while I was trying to see if anyone else may have caught it in a different region or a different, setup, different telescope, different whatever. I came across a guy who apparently normally has like 40 people on his live streams with his 11-inch telescope. And while I was sitting there were 2,000. And while we were sitting there, they went up to 3 and then 4. And he was just freaking out. He almost was crying because he had that many people on his stream. And it was Emerald Hill Skies Observatory. I'll send y'all the link. Go hit them up. I saw a few flat earthers there in the chat throwing some stuff around. So yeah, it was cool to watch his channel literally grow in front of our eyes from like the 40 or 50 subs to over 3,000 now. So, but the actual event, just not so much. Just a few, typical streaks. No real fireballs per se. Now, probably after we all shut our cameras off and came inside, it lit up the sky. Who knows? But I didn't see it happen that way. I'll drop that in the chat here on YouTube. And on TFR and on Rockman. What is up, Alan Holman? I completely missed you, my friend. How are you, my buddy? Missed you around. Glad to have you back. Trying to get over to Rock Band now. What did I do? Did I close it a while ago? I did. I'm going to start rambling while, y'all can talk, and I'll do this stuff over here. More coffee on the brain.
Well, I saw something. It was a wild one. What was it? I just dropped it in there yesterday. I saw it. I couldn't believe it. Here we go.
Wait.
Yeah, Chinese scientists call for plan to destroy Elon Musk's Starlink satellites.
Oh, no, I thought it was the other one. Okay.
Yeah, just saw the other one too. That's insane.
It's screwing up the stargazing for sure.
Well, they're saying it's because it threatens China's national security. That's like Cold War talk, isn't it? I mean,
I've noticed a few rumblings, kind of like that. The priest from Constantine who sort of reads the papers and is getting messages from the words. There seems to be that underlying message of rising tensions above us, or at least the stories.
Yeah, this is just, I mean, I don't didn't he have to already get clearance to do this stuff? I mean, would you need clearance to fly a satellite over a foreign country? Isn't that still considered like their airspace or whatnot? Wouldn't all that have to be okayed ahead of time and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, If you get a picture of the blue marble, whose airspace are you above? If you're getting the entire Western Hemisphere, shouldn't that be considered public photography?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but I'm just saying, flying something over someone else's, airspace, they would have to have some kind of clearance because, anything flying over any, you just think that they'd need some kind of permission to fly over the land. I don't know. Are there no-go zones for satellites? I have no idea.
I would think.
You would think like over Ellis Air Force Base and places like that are like top secret. You're not even allowed to go within so many kilometers.
Or maybe it's just because they still get satellites. We're just not privy to which ones are. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to remind folks who might be looking at what we're doing on a video device as well as listening audibly what is allegedly going on above us right now. And as for any no-fly zones, not so much. Not so much. In fact, yeah, I don't think I see any spot that really doesn't have something going over it per se. I'll send you guys this link too, so you can play. Wow, this is new. The Big X. It's like an Xbox now.
Yep.
No, seriously, this used to be one over here. Oh, there's the New Zealand one. I don't know. They have increased the voltage or something there in Central America. Something is going crazy there.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Anyway, for you not seeing this, I will drop the link in all the appropriate places so that you can enjoy the skies. They tell us and what's in it. Good bless. There it is. That was hard to do. Guess I'll stop sharing.
That about brings us right up to our first break.
No, it does not even.
Damn, sure enough.
It does.
Count it out.
It does. It did. I'll shut up.
Possibly.
Maybe.
There we go.
Bam. It came in the door.
What's 13 seconds? Anyway, this has been the first half of the Ironworx right here, truthfrequencyradio.com, tfrlive.com, Facebook, DLive Odyssey, YouTube, and of course, Rockfin. We'll be back.
Learning to attack the problem. It's very important to go after the insidious. The great leader of the Christians says, "The things I once hated, I now love. The things I once loved, I now hate." It's so important to incorporate both love and hate in the same conversation. Now, let me give you the dilemma. This stuff isn't easy. It's so easy to be careless with words and get the wrong reaction. What if you meant to say, "What's troubling you?" and instead you said, "What's wrong with you?" Can you imagine the difference? Just the mistake of one small word means all the difference in the world in the kind of reaction that you get. But here's the dilemma: to attack the problem, but not the person. God's got the same dilemma. God says, "I love you, but I hate your sinful ways." Now, see, that's a challenge, to show somebody that you love them, but you hate. How do you put love and hate in the same sentence? I'm telling you, it is essential to show your contempt for the problem and your concern for the fact.
Discover the extraordinary powers of intuitive healing with pain transmutation, a method of holistic healing for the human soul, body, mind, and emotions. If you are looking for answers and a deep understanding of how to help yourself and the people around you to live a happier, healthier life, this is the right place for you. Learn how to read your soul's history in the Akashic Records. remove negative energy attachments from your astral body, and start the process of inner and outer pain transmutation. Join Pain Transmutation Community to get started on the path of intuitive healing. Change your energetic state, manifest new and exciting experiences, re-energize your life, and build inspiring connections with others in our community.
For 5,000 years, the world was ruled with wooden ships by one man. 242 years ago, a small group of free men crafted a new nation built on liberty and freedom. Global elites have been fighting to destroy this new nation called America ever since. Based on actual events, Charm of Favor tells a true story of how they corrupted the election system. They infiltrated federal agencies and murdered witnesses, judges, and even presidents to keep from being caught. Now, the largest and wealthiest crime syndicate the world has ever known has been drawn out of the shadows. They have killed hundreds of Americans and recently attempted to assassinate half our congressmen. Still, they escape arrest through an almost supernatural charm of favor. Read Charm of Favor and be prepared to open your eyes to what may lie just around the corner. Charm of Favor is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
No hate, no hype, no fear. We are TFR, your protection from deception.
Once you thought that anyone else was, they would never be able to get out of the end of the weather.
Inconceivable!
He likes the way I talk, and I like the way he talks.
And welcome back to the Ironworks, kicking off the second half of the first half of the show. Right now, Josh Walt and Zach hanging out with you.
Well, I have to say, I agree with Steven. It is about time the rest of the fucking world caught up to his theory about the flat universe.
Right?
Yeah, I figured he was going to chime in today after I saw that article.
But
haven't heard.
Interesting little toroidal donut picture they give us though for the picture here. I'll show y'all because I've been saying toroidal donut for a long time. I just throw that out there. How do I share? There it is. Share the.
For those of you who don't know, when Stephen Hawking was in college, his first college tour, I think he started when he was like 16, maybe 15, graduated at 18. It was for physics. And he presented a model called his flat universe model. But he wasn't talking about stars and planets and galaxies and blah, blah. He was talking about two plates that came together, a cold one above and a hot one beneath. And he said, we lived on the crust that formed in between. He showed a petri dish filled with water with little islands poking out of it. And he said, this is where we live. Now, of course, and this was in a PBS article, I can't find any papers of Stephen Hawking's writing. This is the kind of stuff you read about when you look up Stephen Hawking now. His black holes and a big giant universe and this and that. But before he was put in the chair, it's even hard to find Stephen Hawking speaking coherently on audio anywhere. Now, they knew he was a super genius at a very young age. And nobody took the time to record anything from him or none of that stuff. I cannot find one video of the man speaking coherently. Sorry, whenever I get on Steven, I got to give a little backstory there. But yeah, this dude was a flat earther back in the day. And then he went into the chair and someone else started speaking for him and black holes came out and all this other nonsense about space. So yeah, go do a little bit of research on Stephen Hawking. It blew me away when I found all that stuff, if you can still find it. I know the PBS article that I had found is gone. It was taken down off PBS. But I do have some pictures of it. All right, Walter, hit us with it.
No, this story is way a bunch of crap. I mean, it's math, it's, it's all the Euclidean geometry, it's all of that. And, it really isn't
have to do with the fabric
anything
of space-time?
Care. Sir?
Does it have to do with the fabric of space-time?
Possibly. Here's what I'm doing. Hang on. Oh, wait, the story has changed now. Where did that come from? All right, there it is. There it is. Still not right. Where did the story go? Suddenly I'm looking at a story about something completely different. I think the stories change as you scroll down. Maybe that's why I thought this story was so long.
That'll do
It's still long and a bunch of crap and a bunch of Euclidean math. Here, hold on. And basically, we can measure the universe and we can find out the universe is really flat and blah, blah, blah. It can't. I mean, it's all the stuff that we've discussed a million times that really means absolutely nothing. And it all ends with the Earth is, not the Earth, the universe is, as we see, completely measurably flat. After all of this stuff for about no, it's all the same story. It does keep going. Yeah, this is all the same thing. So yeah, I'm going to give it to you guys. You can dissect it. Me reading this would put us all to sleep, including me. But I will share it away. In fact, I'll use it as the link in the show description today so that everyone can go find out how sleepy they can be. There it is in YouTubies for the rock fitties. I know there's other places. Oh, yeah.
I saw another article that Stephen would be interested in. Astronomers identify what's inside a black hole.
Yeah, this was pretty good. This one made me chuckle.
So is this kind of like filming the atomic explosion again? Explain.
Well, yeah, here, okay. What's inside a black hole? In the study, the scientists were able to determine the mathematical description of the quantum state of the matrix model.
Right. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh my goodness. We're just going to take all the coolest words from all these different movies that we really love and we're going to throw them all into one sentence.
That is, AI wrote this, a movie-loving AI.
So it says, what's inside a black hole? In the study, okay, little disclaimer. Nobody's ever seen a black hole. No, you can't see them. They don't put off light. They don't really do anything. But they got to be there to help gravity out and make dark matter, the whole thing. So in the study, the scientists were able to determine the mathematical, blah, 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 matrix model. The American physicist Enrico Rinaldi, along with his team at the University of Michigan, has used quantum computing and computer learning to describe what is believed to be the interior of a black hole. Yeah, this is definitely written by a computer.
So that's like taking a text-based prompt and plugging it into an AI image generator and seeing what it spits out. Be like, oh, reality. This is where we live. This must be real. I used computer modeling.
Computers.
Oh, well, it did have a holographic principle.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, scientists relied
Was
on
the
the
vice
holographic
principal?
principle.
Was the vice principal at least real? I mean, how
One
can
of them, I'm sure, was a vice.
somebody's got to
to the
discipline the children at school.
It says it suggests that the two existing theories, particles and gravity, are equivalent to each other. What? The complexity of ideas lies in the fact that they are built in different dimensions. So gravity and particles don't exist together. They're in different dimensions somehow. Okay, that makes no sense at all. Both theories explain various dimensions, but they differ by one in the number of dimensions they describe. All right, it is early and I didn't sleep a lot. I'm going to have to read that one over.
I was hoping you would.
Both theories explain various dimensions, but they differ by one in the number of dimensions they describe. Okay. Okay. So, for example, gravity exists in 3 dimensions inside the geometry of a black hole, but particle physics lives in 2 dimensions on its surface, a flat disk. What? This is bad. So consider blah, 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 black hole, which due to its massive mass warps space-time. The black hole's gravity, which exists in 3 dimensions, mathematically connects to the particles dancing above it, which exist in 2 dimensions. As a result, the black hole exists in 3-dimensional space, but is perceived as a projection of particles. This is just nonsense. Some scientists claim our entire universe is a holographic representation of particles, and this could lead to a consistent quantum explanation of gravity. Oh,
wait, they don't have an explanation for gravity? I'm confused. I'm being silly. Go ahead.
In Einstein, now this is the first quotations that we have. So let's see what this scientist has to say. So in Einstein's general relativity theory, there are no particles. There's just space-time. Huh? I didn't know that. And in the standard model of particle physics, there's no gravity. There's just particles.
I will say that's news to me. I had not heard that before either.
I don't know. The 2 different theories is a long-standing issue in physics, something people have been trying to do since the last century. Oh, so they're talking about, combining particle physics and actual physics to, and then, even faker physics when you get into gravity and all the stuff they say that's happening out in outer space. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is just dumb. Well, the work by him, blah, 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 quantum matrix models, particle theory, blah, 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 matrix, quantum. They like that word matrix and quantum in this article a lot. Is there any more? We hope that by understanding the properties of this particle theory through the numerical experiments, we understand something about gravity. Unfortunately, it's still not easy to solve the particle theories, and that's where the computers can help us. So pretty much saying we have no fucking clue what we're talking about, and we're just making shit up as we go, and we're hoping these computers throw out something that sticks to the wall. Or here's his last quote, I think, of the article. I know it. Good Lord, dude.
It just keeps going.
No, it just keeps going and going and going.
Diarrhea.
We'll go to the last quote that they put out. Let's see. Okay, I think I found the end finally. That was a long article. Okay, because these matrices are one possible representation for a special type of black hole, if we know how... What? Okay, this is all one sentence. Because these matrices are one possible representation for a special type of black hole, comma, if we know how the matrices are arranged and what their properties are, comma, we can know, comma, for example, comma, what a black hole looks like on the inside.
Right.
For example, comma, okay, what is on the event horizon for a black hole? Where does it come from? Answering these questions would be a step toward realizing a quantum theory of gravity. Or that you're just full of shit and making it all up as you go. We get to be the judge of that. Well, not according to Neil deGrasse, because science is true whether you believe in it or not. Right? Yeah, I love the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You guys familiar with that show? I know I've talked about it before, but
Oh yeah.
When Mac is talking about God and creation and, you know, proving that there's a creator and this and that. And Dennis is he's, oh, you're just taking the words written by some guys you don't even know and holding it as facts. He's like, oh, well, you got me there. You know, and he's like, well, what about your because they were talking about evolution. And he's like, well, what about your you've poured through the data, right? Seen the fossils, gone through. He's like, well, no, scientists have done that. It's like, oh, so Mr. Reynolds, you're just taking the words written in a book by men you don't know and just, is it by maybe faith you believe what they have to say? And then he goes on to show him how all these scientists, the greatest scientists in the world, you know, Galileo, Newton, all these people were the smartest men on the planet at the time, but they all turned out to be stupid science bitches because they were wrong sometimes. So science isn't always right. Science is forever, you know, you're expanding and learning, and you may think this is causing that effect. But as we grow and learn and comprehend things, you know, yeah, things change. They do. I mean, in reality, it never changes. You know, this does that, this causes that, but our perception of what is causing that can change. We're constantly finding new things in this place. People are like, oh, we don't find that. I don't think it was a whale. We just found something else, something big, like a large animal, not in the ocean, on land, that had never been seen before, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it was a big animal. Gosh, I forget what it was.
I know what you're saying too. What was that? Oh, hang on.
Yeah, there is so much out there that we haven't discovered yet. To say that this causes that until we actually discover everything, you know, it's good theories and guesses and this and that and yada, yada, yada. But you know, I think Tesla said it best. Once people start to comprehend what's going on in the unseen existence, we're going to grow tenfold. You know, we'll grow more in a decade than we grew in the last 1,000 years. It's that unseen world, all this stuff going on, you know, electrically, magnetically, all these things we can't see, not with our human senses. As amazing and great as these gifts that we've been given are, they definitely have limits, and they're not, you know, we know the light spectrum goes well beyond what we can see. And I don't think we can even measure with our greatest tools the full light spectrum. I don't know if it ever stops. I don't know. Is there a beginning or an end? I don't know. We can see so much of it, but does that mean that's all there is? I don't think so. I'm sure there will be a new type of ray or, you know, X-ray, gamma ray. What's the next one? I don't know. But I think, yeah, when I was young, I always was kind of like taught that, well, we know everything now. There's nothing left to explore, Truman. It's all been discovered. And I think they want us believing that as we grow up, when we're children, that, hey, there's nothing out there for you to go find and discover. Just watch the TV. They take all that wonder and amazement of this place out of it. They remove us from this place.
There are over 5.5 million species undiscovered, it is estimated, of which 5,425,000 are invertebrates. But it's still a huge number. I was trying to find the one you were talking about that I can't find, but I came across that interesting number.
Yeah, they're finding, I think a new species of bird was discovered recently too, wasn't it? I forget. This place is huge, folks. Huge. And just think about it. How many of us don't know if we saw a bird that was not discovered? I don't know all the birds. I don't know if that bird I saw yesterday has ever been seen before by humans. We don't know. We assume, because that's what we were taught. We assume that somebody out there already recorded that and wrote it down in their little journal. And yeah, humans know about this, but we don't know. Same thing with that little bug crawling across the deck or that little one flying by. That could be a brand new species that nobody's ever recorded before, that you're sitting there looking at, but we don't know. Yeah, this place is amazing. But what they don't want is people out there looking. They don't want us doing our own research and trying to comprehend nature. The whole free energy idea, I mean, there's ways to do it, with technology, but we don't need this great technology that's super complicated and super expensive. There's so much energy out there naturally. I'll say it again, the waves. Look at the waves and the tide. All that force being applied to the ground underneath all that. Waves crashing every second of the day. High tide, low tide, all the stuff that comes in and goes out. We could be putting, what are those, piezoelectric? You could have they're putting them on streets now where you just walk on the street and you charge the lights as you're walking by. Because the crystals, when they become compressed, they put off a charge. I mean, we know so much about this place to where we could have free energy right now. And yeah, it's just not being done. Bob and Cammy and I were talking about this yesterday. This place could be a utopia. And all it really needs is the children to be taught correctly. I'm not saying the older people can't learn and can't get it, but like the one Jesuit said, give me the first 7 years of a child's life, I'll give you a lifelong slave. Well, I think that first 7 years also needs to be nurtured in such a certain way and can't just be, left there to do what it's going to do. Almost like rotting. It's like your plants. If you want them to get bigger, you got to care for them and love for them and make sure they have everything they need. And if you just let them sit there and do what they're going to do, maybe they'll turn out all right, but maybe they're just going to fall over and die because they didn't have enough water. But I think children know more than we do about this place. We are programmed at a very young age to forget all of it. Everything that we inherently know are what our senses tell us. We've been trained to think exactly 180 degrees in the opposite. I mean, William Casey was not joking when he said, our disinformation campaign will be complete when everything the American people believes is false. That is not a joke. And that's been going on for a very long time. Probably before the CIA was founded, they've been working on this plan to invert everything. It just
They've done a
goes
great job of it. Good Lord.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were talking about chemotherapy and cancer yesterday. And how is chemotherapy any different than bloodletting? Let's hurt ourselves to try to fix ourselves.
I can't, I mean, it's hardly, I can't even think of anything in modern pharmacy that doesn't come across in a harmful way, that approaches there's nothing in it that doesn't approach in let's destroy something in your body in hopes of fixing something else.
Yeah, even
It's like
antibiotics.
the most fucked up, upside down shit that I don't even understand.
Yeah, they took this whole idea of the antibiotics, and ran with it like hardcore. Like, well, let's just poison the shit out of each other. I mean, because antibiotics is kind of like a poison. Anti-life, antibiotics. It does hurt your body. It has some amazing effects sometimes. It can be great. It can really mess up your body though. You take the wrong antibiotic, the wrong person does.
And you can stay away from it all you want as far as never being prescribed it. But if you're still eating food that comes from a farm, as far as meat, you're eating plenty of them. They're pumped full of antibiotics so they can stay in those horrendous environments they're grown in, raised in, the grouped up, bad conditions, poor nutrition. They pump them full of antibiotics so they can live and still gain weight and fatten up during all this horrible shit they're put through. So, yeah, the antibiotic thing is real. That's where most of the candida and cancer comes from. Now you're going to get me ranting. Where you at, Alan? I know you know, brother.
Yeah, it's wild. It really is how well they've put this plan into motion and kept it going. This whole 180 degrees from reality is how most people see things anymore.
Here's another plan put into motion that brings us to the end of the first half of the Ironworks. Right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Stick around. We still got another full hour left. And no direction on which way it's going to go. But I'm really enjoying the conversation this far. We'll let Chris Gio pay the bills. We'll caffeinate. And we'll be right back.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move.
When you have a great melody, a song
Forever. Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes.
Did you know you can listen to Truth Frequency Radio on iHeartRadio? Just download the app to your smartphone, or smart TV and get the best of TFR wherever you are.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
No. $1 million. And by the way, Mr. President, wait a minute. Mr. President, your campaign agreed to both sides would get 2-minute answers uninterrupted. Well, your side agreed to it, and Why don't you observe what your campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay, sir?
Look, here's the deal. Tremendous sprouts, and Joe does the circles and has 3 people.
Here's the deal. He's been totally irresponsible. Yes, he's a fool. Here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal job. Would you shut up, man? Look,
here's the deal. I don't trust him at all. Nor do you. I know you don't.
Let me shut you down for a second, Judge. He wants to shut down the country. Let me shut you down for a second, Judge. I've done more than you've done in 47 years, Joe.
Do I get my time back? You can't fix the economy until you fix the COVID crisis. He does not have a plan. I know how to do the job. It's the same process.
There has never been an administration that's done what I've done. Let her shut down right now.
Respond. President Trump, you have begun. Look, here's the deal. It's hard to get any word in with this clown.
This is the way it is.
Look, here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal job.
Come on, man. Here's the deal. Everybody knows he's a liar.
Fake news. They give me bad press.
Look, here's the deal. I don't trust him at all. Nor do you. I know you don't.
The second subject.
The COVID-19. 200,000 dead. If we just wear a mask, we can save half those numbers.
We got the gowns. We got the masks. We made the ventilators. You don't know how many people died in China. You don't know how many people died in Russia. You don't know how many people died in India.
Maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. Let's see the disinfectants. And a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter.
So, did you use the word smart? Don't ever use the word smart with me.
Give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you.
Here's the deal.
Tremendous sprouts, and Joe does the circles and has 3 people.
Here's the deal. He's been totally irresponsible. Yes, he's a fool. Here's the deal.
President Trump did a phenomenal.
Wherever you are, make it TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your head.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on The Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
Huh. Not what I thought I pushed, but welcome back. And for those of you keeping track, this is the first half of the second half of The Ironworx. Right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. I'm just tired today.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of dragging. today, guys. Sorry, we're not all our usual chipper selves. I have no one to blame but myself for my energy or lack thereof. I just completely let the day get away from me.
So yesterday, I ordered some new stuff for Flattoberfest. I'm excited.
New toys?
New toys.
Nice.
Not going to be here till like June 20th at the earliest. And that's from Amazon. So I'm glad I ordered it now and didn't wait till closer to Flattoberfest. But I'm going to be getting the noble gases. Well, really 8 gases. We're going to get oxygen, nitrogen, helium, argon, krypton, xenon. And I think there's another one in there somewhere. Neon. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, there's going to be 8 of them. And when you put it in a strong electric field or electromagnetic field, they'll illuminate. And you'll get to see how the different gases interact with electricity. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm going to do some Dan Dimension type videos before Flattoberfest and all that. But yeah, and Cammie's got some new toys she ordered for Flattoberfest. So yeah, I'm really excited about this year. This is going to be an awesome one, I think. With the travel being no restrictions and all that. I mean, last year, even with all the bullshit going on, there was a bunch of people that showed up and so many new people. It was over half the crowd that was their first meetup. And we were missing all kinds of people that, just couldn't make it because of the travel, or they weren't going to put on the muzzle to do it. So, yeah, I can't wait for this Flattoberfest. It's just going to be rocking. I can tell already. If you would like ticket information for Flattoberfest, I know they're on sale right now. You'll get them cheaper now than you would if you waited till you got them at the front door. Go to flatearthfestivals.com. Somebody in the chat there could drop that in. I'd appreciate it much. My eyes are not working right now, like none of them. I'm having trouble focusing on my phone. I'm not even looking at it. But yeah, flatearthfestivals.com for all ticket information. And she's already got a great panel of people coming to speak, coming to play music, coming to cook. The Friday before, yeah, some people, they can only make a day or two or this or that. And I know it's hard to pick which days you can be there and this and that. And it really depends on the person. If you really want to see some of the musicians, then yeah, definitely show up on Sunday. If you want to see some of the presenters, yeah, definitely show up on Saturday. But if you really want to, hang out and, because that's what it's really about, is just us getting together and talking and sharing ideas and sharing magnetic fields. My favorite days, well, because that's the day that I'm not behind the booth all day, is Friday. I love Friday. It's just everybody hanging out at like a cookout park type venue. There's over 100 people there last time on Friday for sure. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah, a lot more people will show up on Saturday for sure. But Friday is my favorite day because I get to speak to everybody. I'm not, explaining anything to people. I'm just hanging out with everybody. And yeah, it's such a great time. It really is. So yeah, flatearthfestivals.com for ticket information. This one is going to be, I think this is going to be my brain's not working. I'm sorry, folks. I'm usually good with words.
Fun.
Yeah, we'll just say fun. But yeah, I think it's going to be a big one, is what I'm saying. This is going to be
record setting.
I mean, it would have been huge. Yeah, record setting.
Precedent setting.
Precedent setting. Yeah. I think we're going to see even more new people than last year, plus all the people that have been to them that can travel freely again. So yeah, I'm just really excited.
Well, I see Jenny there in chat talking about having to wait to get tickets to make sure about getting a ride, looking for a possible ride or bus because of not being able to drive. I know last year there was a group going on Telegram that were like it might have been the name, Rideshare, Flattoberfest, Rideshare, something like that. And if there's not one, certainly we should get one going. That way people can connect for that very reason. I think it was pretty successful. A lot of people connected last year and helped each other get there. So
another way to find a ride or this or that, there is a Flat Earth Friend Finder app out there. Well, it's more than just a Friend Finder app, but the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app by Blue Water Bay has a Friend Finder app in it. And it has surpassed 60,000 people that are open and admittedly flat earthers that aren't scared to tell other flat earthers, hey, look at me, I'm a blue dot. And I know there's all kinds of ride shares being found through that. If you need to find somebody within your area, you know, that's a great way to do it. It really is. I think mine was well over 100 people last time I looked within 50 kilometers. Let me take a look. It's last year before Flattoberfest, I think we were at 48 people in my area. And now, less than a year later, like what, about 6 months later, 7, 8 months, there is 116. It almost tripled the amount of people in my area just from that Flattoberfest last year. And really, Greenville has grown a lot lately. People in Greenville, where Flattoberfest is going to be this year, has been growing exponentially. I'm seeing blue dots pop up around there like crazy over the last 6 months. So yeah, if you're in need for a ride and having trouble finding people, there's multiple ways to meet up with other flat earthers or like-minded people and yeah, getting to the show. 60,490.
okay.
It's grown 500 almost since last Friday.
The link that I just shared in chat, even though it does say Flattoberfest 2021, is technically the link to the current Flattoberfest rideshare group that is going on Telegram. I thought I was a member of it, and I saw Karen mention it, so I went and checked, and it definitely is there. And the link, like I said, it's just got the old date linked from the old link. Maybe that's the old link I used to have for it. Anyway, the link is going to get you to the correct rideshare group there on Telegram. I think I saw Rico mentioning he's headed from somewhere, but I'll have to go back up. Anyway, but definitely just stay through the app, stay through the site there, the Telegram site. Page, man, I'm like you, Zach. I'm so punchy I can't even talk right, man. But definitely, there's no reason to not get there this year. It just doesn't seem, we got to make it happen.
I'll be
Jenny, you may think you live in an out of the way place, but trust me, I'm a little off the beaten path.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many blue dots there are out there. Could be right down the street from you.
Right. Oh, Karen, I wasn't giving you crap about the link. I just noticed the date when I shared it. She's saying if she, I can't talk. I give up. I am going to go pour coffee straight into my ear hole. Maybe that'll do it.
Yeah, I remember the night Dave turned on the Friend Finder. He did it right on Have No Fear, Ironworx Media channel. And remember over there somewhere in California and the Los Angeles area, there were people living right across the street from each other. I'm sure they knew, but there's a possibility. I mean, how many neighbors do you know that well? Nowadays, you don't see it all that much. I don't know my neighbors across the street at all besides their name. My next door neighbors I know pretty well, but Yeah, a lot of people don't know their neighbors all that well. What if you found out on the Flat Earth Friend Finder app, hey, my neighbor is a flat earther, and I had no clue? That would be awesome. I'm sure it's happened already. With as many blue dots as there are out there now, it's, yeah. Almost 500 new blue dots in the last week. Less than a week. It was Friday when we checked, and it broke 60,000, right? It just broke 60,000 last Friday.
Yeah.
And it's 60,492 now.
97 is what I'm showing.
97. There you go. I mean, anybody who tells you flat Earth is dying, that's wishful thinking on their part. Real wishful thinking on their part.
Right.
It is growing exponentially.
Either they don't know, or they've just been saying it for the last 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah, all these trolls, it cracks me up. Oh, you guys are so dumb. Flat Earth is dying. Yeah, you were saying that back in 2016, 2017, 2018. And even with all the cards stacked against us, the censorship, and this isn't conspiracy theory for anybody out there listening that's new. You can go look up the head of YouTube being questioned by Congress about this, saying, are you going to start doing something about these conspiracy theory videos? And they even mentioned Flat Earth by name. And say, oh yeah, when you search Flat Earth, we're going to give you 10 videos on why the Earth is round. Openly says this in Congress. Why would they censor something that was stupid? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. People saying all kinds. The Pleiadians are coming, and this and that, and secret bases on Mars, and blah blah. If that's disinformation, then why aren't they going after that stuff? Why are you only attacking the crazy flat earthers who are all nut jobs anyway? Who cares if it's not real? But yet they censor it hard. And we're still growing like wildfire. No more snowballs. We're avalanching down the mountain. We are pouring like an avalanche coming down the mountain.
Hell yeah.
Remember that one?
I do.
I don't mind the sun sometimes. Oh, who is that?
I don't want to lie to you.
Some will die in hot pursuit and burn in fiery crashes, or I forget the song. Anybody out there that knows, that's 90s alternative rock.
But what happens when you closet yourself as a homosexual man? Isn't that right? Something about all the gay football players or something. Butthole surfers. Rico and Tommy both got it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, I can't tell you another song they did, but that was one of those that always stuck with me. I love it when they talk in that voice. See, those are the things. So many people that want to be musicians, they just don't. I mean, you can write the most beautiful lyrics and the most beautiful, compose the most beautiful music. But if you don't have that hook, you need a hook. Even if it's just one note that's kind of out of place or offbeat, just that right amount, that can make a whole song right there. Just that one little, that people hear it and they're like, ooh, wow, what was that? It like resonates with people. That's all a song, all it really needs. They can be the stupidest words, and you can go read some of the words of some of these famous songs. They could be not that great of music. Half of it is other people's music, just changed a little bit. But they'll have a little hook in there. They'll have that little thing or a little part that it could be music, it could be words, just a chanting. A la 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 la, something like that. Something so simple, but if you need the hook. Blues Traveler said it best. It's the hook that brings you back. All right, I'm done. I'm done with that rant. Yeah, love music.
Yes, sir.
Love music. But yeah, you need that hook. Oh man! So what do we got? About 7 minutes before our next break.
Yes, sir. Ish.
What do we got left in the space lettuce? I know there's a bunch of.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff.
Well, we were talking about China's space station and how we've never seen pictures, and apparently they've released some images last week. It's almost finished. They've almost got it completed.
So can it be seen like the International Space Station?
It's a real good question, gentlemen. Real good question. I don't know. Do they have permission to fly over the United States? This, according to the Straits Time, probably from the Asian Straits. Out of Beijing, China released details about the final stages of work on its Tiangong space station. An under construction orbiter started after the United States banned Beijing from participating in the International Space Station. The Shenzhou 15, which will carry 3 astronauts.
They do know what international means. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in.
International means everybody but you, China.
China.
But it'll carry the 3 astronauts next month for a 6-month mission to Tiangong was moved to the launch pad as the Jiquan Satellite Launch Center in the Inner Mongolia Sunday, the state media reported, with a launch scheduled, quotes, in the coming days. The following mission, China will launch one of the station's lab components in July and the second one in October, the official China Daily reported. And I'm pretty sure, there we go, I knew somewhere they had tweeted this gorgeous, obviously not fake picture of their...
Still looking for it. Oh, there it is.
There it is. There it is. Obviously.
No, that's not what I'm looking at still. Where are you? Show me the picture, because I'm looking at some model hanging in a...
Let's see if we want to open this link in new tab, because I just went to pictures. I think, is it this one? No?
Just want the pretty pictures.
They're not going to give it to me.
Well, what's really intriguing here is China increased efforts to match the U.S. as dominant power in space, teaming up with Russia on a proposed lunar research station and opposing the Washington-backed Artemis Accords. So that's when, like, Thor and all them beat up that building and the people died? I'm so confused. What are the Artemis Accords?
I'm not
sure.
sure.
It intends to help govern space activity like mining on them. Oh, so yeah, same thing as Thor and Captain America, stuff like that. So the China is like criticized the Accords. It's an effort to create a space-based NATO. I think I'm seeing where this is all headed.
I'm trying to look up the dimensions here.
I want to see a picture. I'm still dying to see the picture.
How big it is. 20 meters long?
Bigger than a bread box.
It's like 1/5 the size of the ISS.
Yeah, what's that, like 60 feet-ish?
Yeah. When completed with the addition of 2 more sections named Menqian and Wenqian, station will weigh about 66 tons, much smaller than the ISS, which launched its first blah, 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 blah. So the ISS, they say, weighs about 450 tons, and this one's going to weigh 66.
And this,
so they got some, I don't know if, I doubt we could see this thing.
I bet you we'd see it. I bet you we'll be able to see it with our naked eye, and the fact that it looks remarkably like an airplane and probably not much larger than an airplane will just be a pure coincidence. Like if you were to paint a couple of black stripes on the underside of the wings of a large airplane, say a C-130, and you fly that thing overhead, would it look like a pair of solar panels? You would just sort of assume that you're seeing through two pairs of solar panels if you were told that's what you were looking at. I don't know. I think you could put the blue sky on the underside between the two black stripes, and you could convince somebody that that's the Chinese space station.
So it says each wing can get up to... Yeah, each wing weighs more than 2,400 pounds, can reach 35 meters, 115 feet. What do they mean can reach? Do they extend out?
And by wing, do they mean solar panels? Because
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they mean. Yeah, the space station doesn't look like it has any wings. It's really weird looking, though. It looks like a cross. It looks like a Catholic cross with arms.
Did you ever find that picture, Walter? The Chinese.
Oh, I thought you had it. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Oh no, I do. I have it. I know you said you were looking for it. I was showing it.
I thought you were sharing it. I'll go look for it.
I am sharing it. I just knew you were looking for it.
Yeah.
It's a wonder you can't find it because it was tweeted directly from.
Well, no, I wasn't looking yet. I thought that you would have it up in a second. I apologize.
I do. I've been showing it pretty well the whole time, but it was tweeted by Chinese Space Station or at CN Space Station, and it's managed to get a full 18 likes. Remarkably. And I'm looking here at this Earth and trying to see if I can't figure out. Surely that's got to be part of China underneath it. I was just trying to establish location. I don't know. Seems like China would want to show China.
All right, I finally found it and looked at it. The picture on Twitter. Yeah, 18 likes. Cool. Somebody actually quoted the tweet, too. One person.
I keep expecting it to be flat earther. Look at this stupid shit.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's Tianzu cargo ships are planning to be burned up during atmospheric reentry. So it's a very cost-effective program they have going.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've managed to line the inside of Tianzu with magnesium, I understand. That way they get a nice big fireworks display, and they've lined it up with the Chinese New Year. So, multi-purpose.
I got you. There you go.
They take their bottle rocket technology and just make it bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know, China claimed to go to the moon. China claimed to send a man and woman to the moon like 2,300 years ago. Look into that. That's a funny read.
If they say so. I mean, surely they're not to be questioned. Anyway, stick around. Fourth and final coming up right after this.
Sometimes it's easy to be casual just about repetition and not get much better. How about the man who's been talking for 10 years, but he's making the same verbal errors he made 10 years ago? Or 10 years ago, he said, I don't quite know how to put this. 10 years later, he's saying, I don't quite know how to put this. We can give you 10 hours not to know how to put it. You can stretch our patience and take 10 days not to know how to put it, but we can't give you 10 years. 10 years is too long not to make enough progress in better language skill. So, repetition with purpose. The purpose is to grow and to change, to develop, to expand, to make progress. Here's some other parts to saying it well. Sincerity, from the heart, with noble intent, wishing to bring value. That adds immeasurably to your ability to speak well, communicate well. There's no substitute for sincerity. I can forgive you for a mistake in judgment, but I can't forgive you for a mistake in intent.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. By Christine. Great for heart palpitations. By Anne. Before I started using this product, every afternoon, my ankles and my hands would be swollen. That doesn't happen anymore. So if that part of their advertising is true, I have to assume that the rest of it is also. Not to mention that when I had my yearly blood test, only a few weeks after beginning to use this product, my cholesterol had dropped over 30 points. I'm going to continue to take it. By Croc. I love this product. It really works. By Brad. Works great, thank you. Tell us your story. Get your Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
For millennia, mankind has been searching for answers to the big questions, such as, where did the universe come from? Where did we come from? Why are we here? Are we alone? And just what the heck is the Sasquatch all about? I can't promise you answers, and neither can the Woo Crew, but they invite you to join them Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight in the UK, for Freaky Friday, exclusively on Truth Frequency Radio. Spirituality, multiverse, quantum mechanics, the occult, and so much conspiracy analysis that it will make your mind melt. Take my word for it. Freaky Friday. It's more than a show. It's a way of life. I am Stephen Hawking, and I am proud to be a Wookiee.
You are now tuned into the Truth Frequency.
Your protection from deception. TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
The noise wasn't quite as bad, and we went right on up, and I saw darkness. I thought I was going to see the world, but we weren't quite high enough.
And welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com, kicking off right
now. Shit. I love that.
That made my cat look up. She went, what the hell?
So we got about a half hour to go.
Scared her off.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know, Wednesday, Cammie and I, for sure, possibly Bob, we're not sure yet, but we're going to do a Goldbuster Tech, and it's going to be all about, this will be the first of many, but we're going to put out, you know, Cammie's magnetic model and try to make it a little bit clearer and easier for people to comprehend. It's, I don't know, it's kind of like electricity with me now. I've talked about it so much and played with it and, you know, seen it that I get it. But Cammie's just, I don't want to say frustrated, but just really wanting this information to get out there. she's been working on this since like 2016, 2015, a long time. And I think she's got it. I really do. The way she's seeing it, and everything is based off of, reality, which is how we need to do things. And there's always going to be people out there talking about, all kinds of topics. And there's some people out there talking about Earth's magnetic field, and I mean, they're beautiful ideas, but they hold no place in reality. Magnetics, electricity, it's all scalable. So if, you're saying that it's this on a really large scale, when we make it a smaller scale and look at it underneath, a magnetic field viewer or the ferrocell, it doesn't make the magnetic fields we see here on Earth. That needs to be like starting point one. We see a clover pattern, this quadrupole. Well, the magnetics that form the quadrupole of the Earth aren't going to be different than small magnets that form a quadrupole. Now, Cammie's not saying that she's 100% right. We did make a quadrupole with her model, but are there other ways out there to create this quadrupole pattern? And do they hold any weight or validity? Possibly. But some of these other models, the way people are saying the magnetic, they want to say it's like a ring magnet. And there is no ring magnet out there that creates these patterns that we see. Like that we not just see, because they can tell us all kinds of stuff and say that it's out there. But this is stuff we actually use. Pilots use magnetic declination. All these different airports are lined up with magnetic declination. The numbers, they've had to change because, they're saying the pole shifted and this and that. So the numbers are off a little bit. Maybe it's not a pole shift. Maybe it's just the magnetic field changing. Could be the same, consequences there. But we have to base our research and our understanding, our comprehension of how this works and how it's set up in reality. We have to look at things that we actually use in reality that we know are there. Magnetic declination maps, they're real. These lines do exist. So when we try to build a model, that has to be part of the model. You can't just say, oh, well, it's a ring magnet and it's doing it this way. Well, a ring magnet doesn't make that. It doesn't do that. And just like at a huge, large scale, we'll see the exact same thing on a small scale. It's scalable. So, yeah, when people are out there, and I know we'll hear something and it's neat, it's something new. And it gives you ideas and this and that, but we got to keep our feet grounded. Let's not be like the globe model and just start making stuff up that has no basis in reality whatsoever because it sounds good. We can't do that kind of stuff. So Cammie really wants to try to get this out there more. So we're going to start putting it. She was typing all night last night working on her presentation. She's starting a new one. But yeah, we're going to get it out there and hopefully more people will be able to grasp the concepts that she's throwing. I know it's complicated stuff. Her mind is so just amazingly advanced about thinking about this stuff. She's been thinking about it for years, just about every day, I'm sure. It's always in her head. And yeah, I think she's really onto something and we want more people to hear about it. So yeah, get ready for that coming up. It'll be starting this week, Wednesday on the Globebuster channel. And yeah, hope to see you guys there.
Awesome. Very awesome. I'm excited. I know every time something that comes up in or in my feed, magnetic related, I always throw it in there for you guys. It seems like slowly but surely, it's kind of like all the slow revelations they're throwing our way towards, the boundaries of the universe and blah blah blah. That it all they're going to let us know more about magnetism slowly but surely too. It feels like what they really know, not just what they've been telling us. Like monopoles apparently hiding in the atmosphere above us.
Yeah.
What the hell was that about?
I don't know. We were talking about that. Didn't really get into the article, just about the nonsensity of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go read over that one again. But yeah, there's so much that is out there that we have a somewhat of a foundation to build on. Because there's certain things they can't, because we use these things. Before GPS and all that stuff, pilots really, really depended upon these things a lot more than they have to now. But still, it's used. This is practiced knowledge used every day that seems to be, unless there's something really, really crazy going on under the earth and it's nothing like they tell us, which is still a possibility. Yeah, I think Cammy's got it. I really do. Just the way, and she's been trying to put it into words for years, and we're slowly getting there. But even the stuff I comprehend, unless you know a lot of the lingos and stuff, it takes some research to get it. But we're really going to hit on, people say, if you go Google right now about magnetism, they'll tell you if it's not ferromagnetic, like iron, then it's not affected by a magnet. That's like the first thing that pops up on a Google search. Nothing about diamagnetic or paramagnetic. It's like they took ice, water, and steam and said, yeah, there's only ice or there's only water. There's no such thing as ice or steam or any of that. I mean, everything, all matter is affected when put into a magnetic field. Now, it can be very weak. Everything is like a scale. It's on a scale. But just because it's not ferromagnetic and doesn't snap to a magnet, everything will either attract or push from a magnet. Now, it can be very, very, very weak. Or it can be ferromagnetic, which is that strong magnetic attraction you get. Or reaction, I should say. But the whole idea that's it, that's where magnetism ends, that's another one of those where they hide stuff from us. There's so much more about magnetism, and it affects every type of matter in this realm. And that's another thing that's really eating away at her, is she wants people to get that the magnetic field of this place interacts with everything. There's nothing out there that doesn't get affected by this. And yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be exciting. It is. I love seeing when she gets excited and she starts going and starts getting presentations ready.
Right.
So yeah, brains are turning over here. Wheels are turning. She ordered something new for Flytoberfest too. I don't want to give anything away. I don't know if she wants it to be a big secret or what, but yeah, this is going to be a fun
She'll
one.
let something slip on Friday, maybe.
Yep. So yeah, exciting stuff, folks. Ever since all this started 7 years ago and change, there haven't been many boring days at all. I don't think there's been a boring day. There may have been, lulls. But as far as a boring day of learning something, I think I've learned something every single day since this started. Something new has come across my plate. It's like, wow, I didn't know that. And I'm also inclined to go look for things now a lot more. You know, when I see somebody state something, like, I don't take anybody's word for anything. Even the people, you know, when Cammie tells me something, I go research it. Not because I think Cammie's wrong, but, you know, there's so much BS out there that you really do. You have to do your own research. And that's one thing that Flat Earth really taught me is, yeah, we can have ideas about stuff, but to really know stuff, you got to get hands-on as much as possible, or actually dig into a topic to find the real stuff, because most of it's hidden. The real knowledge is not going to be thrown in your face and spoon-fed to you. It's not. I'm sorry. We're not there yet. The world doesn't work that way. Just like in reality, they'll spoon-feed you poison and tell you that the real knowledge is bad for you. Man, I've been ranting a lot today. I'm sorry, guys.
That's fine, brother. You need it too. And I'm not upset at all about it. You've been getting some good stuff out there. Good stuff. Well, I'm definitely excited to see what happens Wednesday, for damn sure. And you did say the Globebuster channel, correct? Because I saw the question in chat.
Yeah, it'll be Globebusters. I think it'll be on YouTube. I'm not sure. But I'm sure it'll be on Rockfin for sure. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna touch any bad topics or anything taboo really. As far as, you know, guidelines and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Cammie, yeah, she was talking about getting onto the Melodome again.
Nice.
Like two of all that. So yeah, I think she's getting back into rare form where she wants to speak and she wants to be heard. That's a good thing.
Callum Milkington in chat just put a little thing in there I really, really like. Electric thoughts and magnetic feelings. I really like that. I'll add that to my list of t-shirts.
Yeah. Well, what was the one we made up last week?
I'd have to check.
With James?
I don't know where
we need less they shoulds and more I wills.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know where I put my phone. It's around somewhere.
Oh my goodness. So we got about 10 minutes left.
Yep.
Well, I guess we could throw a little light on the far distant reaches of interstellar void, of the edge of our galaxy and whatnot, our universe. Yeah. I don't know. Apparently Voyager 1's at it again. Okay, so now understand, this thing launched September 5th, 1977. It's only 10 years younger than I am. This thing is 45 fucking years old. Still humming along. I can't keep my remote going for a week, but yeah, this thing's going 45 years later. And, you know, it's all this genius way they're doing it. It's by turning all the stuff off on it slowly but surely over time to keep it going, including apparently now they're having trouble with the what's it called? The AACS, which keeps the antenna trained on Earth. So it's able to transmit data from out beyond the actual edge of the solar system somehow in literal interstellar space. I mean, it's got, weird stuff's going on. They don't understand how it's even really doing what it's doing right now.
Somebody at NASA's fucking with them. Somebody's just fucking with them. Like, look at, what are they going to think when I type this one in there?
But they're working on trying to fix whatever may be wrong with the AACS. They're hoping if they can work out whatever's going on with these weird signals, that they'll be able to continue to transmit data for as far into the future as 2025. But at that point, its radioisotope thermoelectric generators will no longer be able to summon enough energy to keep its equipment operative. So it will eventually fade away.
Goes into this. They're running they're sending a signal using like 1/10,000th of a watt or something like that. At that, it wouldn't even get to Earth at the distances they're saying. It's just such ridiculous.
Well, any one of you who's been involved in any of the laser tests going across water, trying to line a laser up over like 6 or 8 miles of water. Now, do that over millions of miles of space. And, call me crazy for not believing it. It takes 20 hours plus for signals to reach there and return to us. So, it's a definite easy ping.
Well, a little over 20 hours.
Well,
a little over 20 and a half hours.
Okay.
It's 20 hours and 33 minutes, just saying.
Okay.
Oh, just saying.
You're going to be technical, I mean.
Got to get that 33 in there somewhere, right?
Oh.
Indeed,
oh my goodness.
The Voyager 1 probe is now so deep into space that astronomers can literally hear the hum that our solar system produces as the spacecraft travels out of it.
Now, what is there a fucking microphone on the thing?
I keep.
So,
I mean,
we can make a dead
I hope
mummy talk. You don't think we can make space vibrate, dude, to play a record on it?
I'm
or
just
something?
saying. I hope people know that it's not sending back audio information.
Oh, it's a very faint and monotone because it is in a narrow frequency bandwidth, says Stella Koch Acker, a doctoral student in the Department of Astronomy in Cornell's Center for the Astrophysics and Planetary Science, who is also the lead author of the study. We're detecting the faint, persistent hum of interstellar gas. In other words, the constant hum of interstellar gas is also known as plasma waves. Lingers at our solar system's borders. Interstellar gas refers to the mix of radiative gaseous matter that exists in between star systems and galaxies. It mostly consists of, holy cow, hydrogen and helium in various forms, including ionic, atomic, and molecular.
What?
It mostly consists of hydrogen,
No,
helium.
no, the next one. The next thing you're about to read. I'm excited. Say it.
The pitter-patter that Voyager 1 detected gives insight into how interstellar gas reacts with the solar wind, along with the density of the heliopause.
The pitter-patter.
Well, pitter-patter, let's get at her.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, my goodness. We can't make this stuff up, folks, but they sure can.
They do.
I keep looking for the place to play it. Right? Great. I can't wait.
I've gone through here 3 times now, and I don't see the noise. I'm really looking for it.
We've released a gigantic press release about the hum of interstellar space, and we failed to include any audio of the audio that we talk about.
It's really incredible.
They don't even tell us what note or key it's in or nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, give me an F, G, something. What's the hum sound like?
Space sharp.
The interstellar medium is like a quiet or gentle rain, says senior author James Cortez, an astronomy professor at Cornell University. In the case of the solar outburst, it's like detecting a lightning burst in a thunderstorm, and then it's back to a gentle rain. What? That's your hum? There's a press statement. Cornell research scientist Sherry Chatterjee said in a press statement that evolving knowledge of the density in interstellar space is important information to track. God, I just keep hoping it's going to pop up somewhere as I slowly scroll down instead of trying to quickly scroll. Maybe it just hasn't loaded yet somewhere, but nope.
For the day.
The Cornell Chronicle. Surely it's in there somewhere, you would think, perhaps. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be funny if that was the exact noise they gave us?
Right.
Just a little bit quieter.
Or here's what you do. I think if we take it and we just slow it down, let's see how this works.
That's some chubby rain right there.
The hum of interstellar space. See, how low can we go?
Sounds like someone's snoring.
Here it is. Here it is.
Right.
There you go. Voyager, interstellar space noises, just for you.
I prefer mine.
Yeah, I like yours better.
Here we go. We got real slow. And we're done. See, that was slow.
You broke it? You broke it all?
Nope, that was it. We just gotta take it right back
there
up
was
to
one.
100%.
All right, y'all. Thank you for putting up with us mentally wandering. Thank you, Zach, for covering our asses.
Rambling? Yeah, no worries.
It was good,
I'm
though.
good at rambling.
Thank you, Caleb, for the show title and T-shirt idea. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Liz. I did see the super chat, and I did forget to mention it because my brain is asleep. Oh, and Tommy had pictures. Damn it, I was going to show the pictures. All right, Tommy, what I'll do is use those pictures on our show description.
I totally
Go
forgot.
say hi to a plant today.
For sure. Thanks for reminding me. I need to go say hi to mine before I leave for work.
Hey, no problem. Love y'all. Love you guys. You guys have a great day today. I'm sure I'll talk to one or both of you.
Yeah, you'll see us a bit later on. All right, guys. Thank you all.
You guys
Send
enjoy the
any
rest of your
extra love you have this way.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be sure you tune back in here this Friday morning. Again, 4 a.m. Central. Or if that's just a touch too early, feel free to tune in Friday nights, 5-ish p.m. Central. For Have No Fear. In the meantime, be good, be well. We love you. Bye-bye.